I have two videos that I want to express to you all today about how ignorant this generation is and how acceptable it has become. These teenagers today, I'm going to say between the ages of 11 and 21. They have low self-esteem. Let's just throw that out there. These teenagers today, all the way up until young adulthood, have low self-esteem. They come off trying to be something that they're not, and they try their damnness to try to portray these characteristics to have acceptance by other idiots in this society. I watched this dude named, what's his name, Young Chop, Big Chop, I don't know, another class act, a clown, who loved to stay on live stream because of his ego. From the wise, you can actually tell that this dude has very, very low self-esteem. Everything he do, he live stream it. He played tough. He talked disrespectful to the elder, people in their 50s, 40s, 30s, or whatever. He probably in his early 20s, I don't know. But he act like a big kid. And, it's very sad that these people are actually crying out for help. These people don't have direction, so they take their own direction, assuming that it's the right direction. Someone in the comments on this other video that I'm about to show about this little young boy who was, I don't know where he was at, his mama house, grandmama house, I don't know where he was at, but it was obviously it wasn't no guardian or an adult around, because he doing all this clapping off at the mouth about his ops, and got a gun in his hand, got a rifle, and having people shoot at the house, and he snapping on the phone, trying to retaliate and all this shenanigan. I don't even know what might even happen after that. Somebody said that he did die or whatever, but I didn't see it. These people cry out for help. And during this video on YouTube, it was somebody that made a comment on there about the parenting, and someone said, don't blame the parents. Why people keep blaming the parents? Why not? Why not? These kids are young. We talking about teenagers. I just gave an age limit between the ages of 11 to 21. Now, when you hit 18, most parents let them fly on the way. 21, that's it. You're legal. You're an adult. But between the ages of 11 and let's say 18, 19, you have to parent these people. They say, they got a man of their own, and it's hard to discipline and raise teenagers who got a man of their own. Well, see, that's why you parent them. You parent them because they don't know how to use their brain. They young and stupid. But see, the problem is with the parents or the guardian. See, the parenting, you have to have parenting skills. And if you lack that, of course you're not going to be able to raise these kids right. The parents have to have parenting skills. You got to have wisdom. You have to have knowledge. You have to have understanding yourselves. And if you're misled by growing up, then how in the hell is you going to raise your kids? Of course you're not going to be able to know what to do when your child get rebellious. You can't give up and say, well, he or she got a man of their own, so I give up, I ain't doing it. See, what you could do is report them, take them, send them to the detention. It used to be called an Audi home back in the 80s. Of course, I don't think they got that no more, but they still have places where you can send these teenagers. Set them up for boot camp. See, if you love your child, your teenager, your young adult, you would do your damnness to protect them from the satanic vibes of the society that we're living in, people. If you love your child, you would do everything in your heart to protect them, raise them, discipline them. And if they are rebellious, you would even send them away to jail or to a detention place. Boot camp. All boys school, all girls school. I mean, look, I'm not saying these places would even be 100% helpful, but you would at least try. And not just say, well, I'm done raising Bobo, so he on his own at the age of 15 and 16. He whatever, I don't care no more. He out here in the streets live streaming all over the place with guns and shenanigans. All in the car, smoking weed, up all night, hanging out, getting shot and killed. And then that's when you and everybody else of the family want to pop up on the news with the reporters fake crying about how much you love and miss your teenage child who you gave up on by not wanting to raise them no more because they was wild and rebellious. Can't have it both ways. You don't give up on your kids. You know, it's definitely the parent fault on why these kids acting the way they act. See, it's a difference in abusing your kids and then disciplining them with love. Back in the day, and I'm sure people older than me could talk about when they was brought up, we couldn't even leave off the porch. And we was mad about that. But we now understood why we couldn't leave the porch. We understood, later on, and now understand why we had to come in the house when the street lights came on. We understood that. Well, later on, not right then and there when we was little. No, we didn't understand it. But as becoming young adults and starting to have kids of our own, we understand that. While we were coming up, our homies and schoolmates and stuff, like, they came up pregnant and killed because they were the ones who was out after the street lights was on. They were the ones who was able to leave the porch, come in the house all night of the hours and stuff like that at 14, 15, and 16. Yeah, the people I grew up with, they was in jail at 17, 18, doing time. Because they didn't have good parenting skills. Their parents didn't have the skills to raise them. Most of them was crackheads. So when a child, who have a mind of their own at that age, and they don't have good guardianship over them, they are going to do what they want to do at that age. Now, a 15, 14, 16, 17, they not finna be for the most be thinking about, okay, well, I'm finna go on to get a job and pay the bills around here and clean up this place and go to school, come back, don't have no company, I'm finna do. Come on, 9 times out of 10, we not getting that out of these kids today if they don't have good parentingship. They not finna do that, especially today. These kids, let them be on their own, and you don't care about raising them right. Their parents is the streets. Their parent is social media. They give a damn more about social media than their own relatives that may try to raise them, or adopted guardians that may try to raise them. They don't care about none of that. You can't punish these kids now that they'll try to kill you. But see, the thing is, people, you got to have God in your lives. You got to have God in your life. When you got God in your life, then he's in the midst with the family. He's going to give you that spirit, to be capable to have that wisdom and that love and that disciplinary, role to be able to put your foot down with love and in righteousness to raise your kids. God is also going to move the kid to be obedient to their parent. And he's going to protect you all. He's going to protect you. But see, God is nowhere near this generation by choice. They don't want to hear the truth of the good news. The parents is who I'm talking about. They don't want to hear that. The parents of this generation, they smoke weed with their kids. They sit back and play video games all day. They don't even hardly go to work. They friends with their kids. Every time their kids do something wrong or disrespectful, they come to the kids' aid and defend the shenanigan and cuss out the adults. You know, the person on this on something, well, why y'all blame the parents? Because that's who we supposed to blame. Who else are we blaming, you know, when these kids is out here doing what they doing? Talking about they got a man of their own. Of course they got a man of their own if they don't have no structure from an adult. Now, when they turn 21 to get older, that's on them. And that's another thing that burns me up with these people. When they turn 21 and they get up in age and 30 and 35, they still want to blame the parents on why they decide to become who they are as adults. Nah, you can't blame the parents then. No, you blame yourself. You're an adult now. If you was raised, you know, messed up or whatnot, then you can change that. You know, I mean, I wasn't raised by good parents either, but it was my choice to get out the shenanigan role of how I was being raised and become better than who I was back then. We are who we are as an adult by choice. You can't get at the age of 27 to my son, I'm the way I am right now because of my mom and my daddy. At 16, 17, yeah, you can say that. Whether the parent like it or not. Yeah, it's your fault between the ages of 11 and 19 when your teenager is out here on live streaming acting a damn fool and getting killed. Big Chopper, whoever his name is, looking like dude from the Fat Boys, what's his name? Cool Rockski, acting a plump fool, a prime example of a spiritual idiot. Acting a plump fool because he want to die. Overall, these people want to die on live stream so they can have a reason to feel that they'll leave a legacy behind or something. I don't know what legacy that is, but reading the comments, the foolishness just don't stop. They get cheerlead acting like this. It's ridiculous. No one has wisdom. No one could teach these people. Look, bro, you need to really slow up with your ways, man. You being very disrespectful. You clowning. You ain't teaching. You don't have no type of wisdom. You are a clown on social media looking for attention because you have low self-esteem. It's clear that you have low self-esteem. It's clear that you're calling out for help. And once again, when these people get killed, we cry. Once again, when these teenagers get killed, the family out of nowhere come out of nowhere crying, my baby, my baby. Where was you at when your babies was constantly on live streaming with guns? You don't check your baby account. You don't see what's going on. You don't hear what's going on with your baby until after he done got killed. Please. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11. When I was a child, I talked like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I put the ways of childhood behind me. Like I said, when you hit an age, becoming an adult, you cannot blame your parents or guardian about how you became as an adult. It's your choice at that age, 21 on up, to become an adult. Put away childlike things and become an adult. You cannot blame your Your stupid parents who didn't raise you right. You can't blame them at the age. I give them that. I give them that. But in Proverbs chapter 13, verse 24, whoever spares the rod hates their children, but the one who loves their children is careful to discipline them. Huh? See, when they're kids, childlike minded, teenagers, the adult, the parent is supposed to discipline them. If you don't discipline your kids, this is what's going to come about with your child.
I heard you.
Huh?
I can hear you.
No, I know. What was that? I'm confused.
You nervous?
Oh, no, I'm just letting you know you can still get it even though you don't have it right now.
Get what?
Virus? Corona?
From who? You got a face mask, some gloves for me?
I mean, right now it's not airborne.
Nigga, I'm out here with flip-flops on, with no socks.
Yeah.
You think I'm worried about a fucking coronavirus?
I mean, as long as you can, heal yourself up after you get it, 98% coverage so far. So, 2% death.
Man, shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up. Stupid ass nigga. How you doing? You good? Nope. I'm very upset. A lot. Man, let me follow them. Psych. Them kids, man. What you on? Where you from?
Brooklyn.
You from Brooklyn?
Yeah.
I got family up there. Yeah.
Miami?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Nah, Chicago.
Well, I got family out there, West Side.
West Side?
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay.
What that name is?
No Leesky?
Leesky?
Yeah, GD.
Oh, GD?
Yeah.
GDK.
Okay, that's what you about?
Yep.
Nigga, I'm Crip.
You Crip?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say that because I like them.
Oh, yeah.
Crip K.
Yeah, a lot of games I've been playing.
I'm really about that though. But no disrespect to LA though. Where you from? You said you from Brooklyn?
Yeah.
They don't honor y'all.
Huh?
They don't honor y'all.
Who on that?
LA don't honor y'all.
They don't fuck with LA, nigga.
I know y'all don't fuck with LA.
Yeah, they don't fuck with LA.
Yeah. Why y'all disrespecting them like that?
You disrespecting?
Why y'all disrespecting them like that?
Disrespecting LA?
Yeah.
How the fuck you figure that?
You know I know what's up, right? What y'all did? And y'all try to say they did it?
Man, have a good day.
All right then. Y'all gotta straighten that out.
Well, I'm 50 years old. Right?
Man, y'all gotta straighten that out, man. Before it go down in this bitch.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
On live.
50 years old.
Oops, I got him on camera. Hey man, these niggas be hoes, bro. You a hoe. Say I ain't. Say I'm a hoe. I'ma let this bitch go. Alright, say no more. Look. Man, that man a hoe, man. Man, these niggas be hoes, man. LA, man, I'ma hit y'all, man. On God, these niggas be hoes. They sent me. Fuck you talking about? A real nigga. A real gangster that'll do that.
Don't let that dumb ass nigga. Bro, alright, bro. I'm finna call them, bro. Alright.
I've been getting money without all these niggas. I've been getting money before I even met
Yeah, I'm about to say we can't even hear you, Brody.
Nigga, why I'm beefing with
He
them?
yelling like shit.
Because of them. Nigga, why I'm beefing with Central Park? Because of them. The fuck? Stop playing. Y'all the same reason why I'm beefing with these niggas now, cuz. Y'all the same reason why I gotta watch my back and why the fuck I gotta go. Because y'all pussy and I'm trying to be a ride or die ass nigga with y'all.